everybody, welcome back to Space Engineers. I am Red, and this is the first episode for the Star Wars week of ships, mods, and all the other good stuff. For right now, we're just going to start small, and then we're going to go big, because if we started big, I would start with the Empire ships, because I love the Empire. Anyways, so for the first ship that I'm going to showcase, this is from a developer called KingdomBragg, and he has quite a few on the workshop, but this is the first one I want to show off, and this is the B-Wing. So this is a Republic ship. This is actually what they consider it's a heavy but fast assault fighter, basically. Like, this was made to just ruin people because of how many weapons it has, all the firepower it contains, and how fast it is. It's also known as its whole name is the ASF-01 B-Wing, which most people don't understand why it's called the B-Wing, maybe because of the shape it makes when it's fully extended. Otherwise, they call it because it's the blade wing, as they call it, because it cuts through enemies like no tomorrow. Other than that, there's not too much to this ship, to be honest. It's got a nice mod set. It's got some good engine thrust on the back. The whole setup is actually a really cool to look at. It does have sensors so that the wings are closed and open. He has some really good setup to the old thing. They close and open depending on their distance from, I believe, stations and other things like that, so that you don't have issues with them opening and closing on you randomly. But he does have one set up right here, so we're going to jump into this one. This one's fully extended, ready to go, and this has some very interesting firepower. So, for this one right here, you can see it does have quite a few guns. It's got 2 blasters on either side, so 1 on either side. It does have a scatter cannon up top, and it has 2 more guns down below. So actually, if you go into when you look into the setting, if you see 5 right there, that actually activates a timer block, which fires every single weapon. So it's a scatter cannons, everything. So if you could just imagine this thing flying at full speed, going through the universe, zipping around, and all of a sudden just blah, wasting people. It's actually a pretty cool design. I really like the way it's very authentic too. Like, this is what the B-Wing looks like. It's long, slender, and again, they call it the blade because of the shape of it. It actually, because it cuts through enemies like no tomorrow. There is one other thing on the end here, and that actually folds the wings in, so that when you go for a landing, you just turn sideways and you land your ship down. So it's actually a really cool, it's a really cool setup and everything like that. As you can see, he has it there too. So that's why this has different timer blocks to set up everything. Oh, was that lock? Anyways, but this is the first video. This is a simple one. Overall, I'm gonna go over the details just real quick. It's not pressurized or anything like that, but he does have some nice details. He's got the piping going through, which is really cool because that works out really well. As far as I know, this is actually survival ready, so if someone wanted to use this in a survival series or like anything like that to have a Star Wars kind of multiplayer going on, like, you could do that. You could use this ship and this would be effective. And everything he has, I mean, there's a few mods here and there, like the engines and whatnot, but he makes some really good ones. You know, the guns, of course. But these are really nice. This is just one of the smaller ones he made, and he has quite a few ships all together, and there's a lot of Star Wars stuff. Him and another guy named Perfect, I think. Perfect Blinky. They make a lot of stuff. But thank you for joining me on this first one. Over the course of the week, you're going to see a lot more, and we're going to see some bigger ships as we go. But as always, remember who you are and what you are. Don't go cause any trouble out there in those crazy, crazy galaxies. And always remember, the Sith were right. It's all about passion. There is no peace. Peace is a lie. Bye, guys. That's actually really brutal.